So I had you playing because you've been trying to figure out how to turn your wrist. And that's really the gig, right? It's true, the grip is really important. Establishing a floor is really important, right? There are all these aspects. Having a fulcrum is really, they're all really important. They all have to be considered. Without any one of them properly understood, the thing becomes some other technique. And you've been learning how to just hold the stick and turn. We noticed a couple of lessons ago that you were having problems doing that, right? And so I asked you just to turn about a 7-inch turn and get to know what that feels like. So why don't we enhance the experience by having you put the metronome at 40, and then I'm going to have you. Let's see if you're at 40. So if you're going to just play 16th notes, right? If we're just playing 16th notes in both hands, right? What will that really look like? If we're just really turning, I can't hear your metronome, but if we're just turning at 16th notes.
Okay.
Let me bring that up. Bring that up some more. What does that really look like? What does it feel like? I've concentrated on everything because this grip on the left is not as familiar to me. Okay, so if you were to just go from pianissimo bring it up in terms of volume. So that means we're going to be turning higher. Okay, come back. Okay, so it broke down. Do you know when it broke down?
I think it broke down when I got, when I was up here somewhere.
Were you able to notice how it broke down? Were you able to notice how it broke down?
I think maybe I went into a little bit of that seesawing. I think.
See, well, maybe that might be true, but see, I'm coming to the floor. Now look at the right. You're right. That was, and no matter how high I come up, the gig is you want to get to the floor. You really got to come all the way down, and you can't
do that again, Kevin. So can I do that again? I just want to.
Yeah, but in other words, you can end up doing what you did, which was once it got this high, somehow you lost your sense of.
I think so.
And it ended up doing something like this. Not not this. See, it's just laying in my hand.
Yeah. I want to try that again. I want to observe something on the screen as well.
Right now, your right wants to lose it. Where's your left? Come on, you got to come up. You got to come up. You can't cheat by not coming up. You're not quite coming back. Notice your right doesn't have the sense of coming back to the floor. You're not feeling the floor entirely. Okay, got to come back to there, right? Okay. Also, I'm a little worried about your left arm. Are you really letting your arms hang? It might be just the angle. Okay, now just bring that up. That's the kind of relaxation we're looking for. So we can just do this. Watch. See, it's just laying in my hand. See, it's just laying. See, it keeps coming. Now, by now, you can see now there is a little following of the wrist, the forearm, but not when I'm down in here or here. Now it seems to be going the other way. It's countervailing. See, now it's going up. It's going up. Now about here. What do you think about it? Now it's somewhere. How is it countervailing now, right? It's about now. See, right about now that the forearm starts to move in a way that doesn't feel as countervailing. Right? And the gig is we don't really need to know what's happening. I mean, we can look down after the fact, after we feel it, and analyze it. We could reverse engineer it and spend a lot of time figuring out what's the arm doing now? What's it doing now? The idea is to let the arm hang and let the arm teach you how it reacts to the turning of a wrist. And by virtue of the fact that the arm is reacting to the wrist means that you're turning the wrist. If it's the other way around, it's not a wrist turn. Okay, try it one more time. Let me. You want to turn to the side for me? Put your snare drum in front of the arm so that I can see a profile that way.
Sure.
Okay, here's what I'm not seeing. It's cool. In that I'm playing matched, it doesn't really matter, I guess. I was more able to see the hand that is closer to the screen or to the camera, right? But you were able to see both hands. And so whichever hand, let's see. Okay. Let's see. I'll move a little closer for you. My new camera doesn't seem to want to zoom. I don't know what that's about. So, like that. Okay. So, see, if I'm turning from here, the stick is barely coming away from my palm. But as I turn higher, you can see it in the left and the right. It's moving even further. It's moving a little further away from my palm. As I turn higher, look, moving even further. How much? The wrist turn will tell you. Now as I turn even higher, it's coming away even a little more. See? There is a relationship. I don't see a relationship between the motion of the stick relative to the height of your turn. See? Every time you turn a little more high, the stick will react a little bit differently in your hand, and it'll happen every time. It will do that, but down turning with very, very little force at pianissimo, you're not going to feel the stick moving away from the palm. But as you turn higher, if you leave everything alone and the stick really is laying in your hand, it'll work. That's how you'll know if it's working.
Can I do this again?
Yeah. See, as you turn higher, there will be more torque. There's ceiling. We'll motivate further and further away from the palm. Okay, so right, but it's already gotten better.
Yeah.
It's right. So now it doesn't feel like you're just clutching the stick, which is what you were doing, and just now I'm turning high. But no, this isn't it. It's this. Check out the difference. Oh. I lose range of height of turn, but because I'm clutching it. I'm clutching it right now, right? And look, I'm stopping down. Everything seems great, but it feels uncomfortable. No, what? Stay with me. Now if I just let the stick lay in the hand, look, I get greater range of motion because now the stick can move. Because when I'm turning this high, it's going to have some movement away from the palm. The butt end will. Okay, so you see, this really does turn out to be, the body really is a simple machine. And so what ends up happening, if you then therefore put a stick or a lever arm into the hand of this perfect machine and leave everything alone, it reacts in relationship to the machine perfectly. There's some kind of actual equation going on. And that's your litmus test to figure out whether or not this stuff is working. Okay, so it's working better now. Come back around. That's cool. So I'm going to have you work on that this week. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's helpful to be able to just move that snare drum around like that.
Kevin, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So in speaking of Murray and Richard and the way that they approached teaching the wrist turn, or what Murray called the wrist stroke, this whole idea of up to come down, it seems to me that this, because you have other systems of hand technique that get into this whole idea of say the free stroke, or if you're going to play up here, letting that stick rebound off the surface. But it's interesting that Richard and Murray promoted this whole idea. I like this up to come down, by the way, but they promoted this whole idea of the hands are always turning in that sense. It's not like you're allowing the stick to freely rebound under its own power to get this sort of thing.
Well, we do have to recognize that the surface has force unto itself, right? Right. So that's debatable. It starts to feel like maybe as you're turning, it's bouncing, right? Is it?
Yeah, there's an element of that. I can see that.
Not really, though. In reality, I don't want to hurt myself. See, now I've got no bounce.
Yeah.
I hurt myself if I'm not careful. But you see, but it does feel a little different. But you see, I'm doing this. You can hear it in my palm, can't you? That's what I'm doing. So if you suddenly there's a surface. Now there's not a surface. There's a surface. So you're right. It's not that.
Exactly.
Definitely not that. Okay? It's turning your wrist.
Yeah, that's right. So in other words,
Scream at you. Turn your wrist. You're not going to turn your wrist? Kevin, turn your wrist. Ah, okay. Right?
Yeah, so in other words, irrespective of what dynamic level or volume you're playing at or tempo, you're always turning your wrists.
That's right.
Okay.
We do go into arms and shoulders for crescendo strokes. That's not for today's discussion.
No, but I know. I'm actually looking forward to that step when we get there.
But that's a Richard Martinezism, right? It's all a wrist turn. It's what Buddy Rich said. It's all. They asked him, "What's your secret?" It's just all in the wrist, and he wasn't putting you on. It really is. This technique is all about learning to turn your wrist.
When I look at Buddy play single strokes, and he's playing them slowly, he's doing this up to come down. That's what I've noticed when he's playing single strokes slowly. He's doing this. And I know that Richard studied Buddy Rich's drumming.
They were friends, and Richard very much respected Buddy Rich's play. Yeah, right, and agreed with what Buddy was doing.
Yes.
Put it that way. Now let's take a look at the again at the 25th rudiment. We were working on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like me to play? Would you?
We're at 40.
Yeah, I'll go one way and then. On the 3 ways.
That's all it is.
Do you want me to go one way and then
Start with the first iteration. not too bad. Let's see. See, I'm playing from parallel.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this. See, I'm a little worried about your hands don't look symmetrical. They don't look quite like mirror images of each other, right? For whatever reason, right? The stick is just laying in both hands like this. Just do that. Take your thumbs off. Right? Feel the weight of the stick run through your hand evenly. Just feel it laying in there. See? Are both elbows in the same position, or is your left a little pulled back? I just want everything to hang. Just hanging. Just hanging here. And you put your thumbs on. Now, maybe if we're hanging with our thumbs off, would be slightly half turned up, which is cool too, but we're going to put our thumbs on and just get that classic palm down where you don't quite want to see the corner of your thumbnail, as Richard Wilson would say. Okay. And then you want to make sure. See, it doesn't look to me. It looks to me as though relative to the surface, you look like this. You don't look like flat to the surface. You might be. Yeah, you see? Are you really flat to the surface? See, you don't want an angle to the stick. You see, you want it to look like this. Yours seems to be like this. That means you're not feeling the floor. Maybe your pad is too low. See, because I want your forearm to be parallel to the floor. And then, there you go. You're going to need to raise your snare drum a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and that will be for you to experiment with on your own. You see, because to me, I don't know why. Why does your right arm look more flat than your left? Are they the same? Right? Okay. All right. Okay, so that's better already. See, this is the stuff. You see, it's not just about the grip, because you have the perfect grip, but you're like this. Yeah. All right. Now remember, gig is, before we got into that discussion, because you see, on my left is nice and flat, and my right starts off nice and flat. And then from here, I just go, whoop. So all I'm doing is you feel as though there are no impediments and that you can speed it up. There's that feeling to it, and that comes from, yes, you look so much more symmetrical now. The stick is just laying in this grip. It just looks like that, right? It looks like that. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't look kind of weird like you did before, with your left elbow somehow a little back, maybe an angle down, and a little half turned over and a little pointing up. It's just this. Okay. Now the gig is the new consideration is two new considerations. Your floor, your parallelness to the surface, half an inch, you decide, bead to butt end. Is that your floor? That's where you always have to start and come back to. Now from there, you're just going to turn for one note in the right, and then make a throw. Just go ahead and do that for me. Just the right. Ah, you came back to the floor pretty good. And nice and flat. Do it again. You have to make a note on the way up, though.
No.
Do it again. Do it again. That's pretty good. Okay, and the other hand is just playing an appoggiatura of 2 notes. Okay, yeah. Oh, and then a little wrist turn. Okay, go for it. Okay, but thinking that by not making a big throw, you're going to be more successful at turning from parallel to the surface as opposed to turning up first isn't going to help. We want a nice big throw. See? It's just doing this. Watch. This is all it's doing. Or you're missing some of the 7 basic strokes. Okay? So you really got to come up. You got to give me a big turn. But you got to turn from now, turning to the ceiling first. I know it seems so. Why do I have to turn from parallel? You don't have to, I guess. But you're not going to be able to speed it up in the way that I did earlier. Go for it. No, don't turn to the ceiling. In the right. You just turn from the floor. From parallel. No. Okay. Okay, for a sec. It's going to take a certain level of focus. Meditation. Okay. Your locus is to feel this floor. What does it feel like? And then from that position, you are simply going to, remember it's what Murray Spivak says. He says it in the video. He says, it's like you're so close to the surface, you can't help but make a note. But all you're really doing is just this. Okay? So we're just from parallel, turning and taking a note. And then we come up with a big throw. Nothing. There. That's what it feels like. But you want to do that. As soon as you add your other hand, you lose that. That's it. That's it. No, you just lost. No, you lost it. Got to focus. You only get to turn. Here, just put in the appoggiatura of 2 notes, and then stop. Yeah, and go on, but you got to go make. In other words, go up and play the downstroke and stop, and make a downstroke.
Okay.
And make a downstroke. There you go. Stop. Good. Do that again. Nope. You came to the ceiling first, and you're right. Right just goes forward. Nope. You came to the ceiling first. It's so built in. Nope. You came to the ceiling first. Nope. Yeah. The other hand can make a little turn to the ceiling. I don't care. It's not making that classic Murray Spivak up to downstroke, playing from the floor. Almost. Come on. Oh, you see, it feels different, doesn't it? There it is. Getting there. Oh, try to dip in the right. Don't turn up to the ceiling. Okay, just give me that part of it. No, give me the appoggiatura as well. Don't make the downstroke. Just give me that. There. Come back down and try that again. There. See, it's very delicate. It's very gentle. The subtlety is everything. Right? Now you can make your downstroke. Your downstroke looks pretty good. Oh, come on, nice and smooth. Just bend to the floor, from the floor. There it is. There it is. Do it again. Okay, and then there's the other note in the left as well. Da, 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 ah, ah. But that's all you need to. Once you get to the ceiling. Almost. Nope. Almost went to the ceiling. Just bent forward. Nope. There it is. There it is. There it is. Can you do that the other way?
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, I've been practicing it. It's. I was paying attention to that whole idea of turning from parallel and lifting to play the stroke, then turn up. Okay, let's do it.
They're completely different, right? There you go. Now, see your elbows come out a little bit in your left? What's happened? No, just stop. Show me the floor. See, doesn't look the same. Look. You were in more than half turned over in your left, and your right is more palm down. There, it's coming back to this again. Don't point your first finger in the left. Relax your left shoulder or your left elbow, or both. Come on up and show me that grip. There. It looks different, Joe. I can't see the gray wall behind you now in the left. It's different. Might be tiny, but this is the floor. This isn't the floor. This is the floor. This isn't the floor. Nothing you can will change that reality. This just isn't right. This doesn't feel right, and it won't work relative to what we're trying to accomplish. There. That's what you need to feel every time before you play. I know, for a while, you're just going to have to spend some time just meditating, you know, and being patient before you go to play. What did you call it? The setup. The setup.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce Becker. The setup. Okay, now your left elbow starting to do something weird. You're not palm down. Now, come on, what does it feel like? Remind yourself of that. Okay. All right. Now you can play from there. Now you're ready to play, and just bend forward in the left. Don't lose your grip. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Left arm doesn't quite look like it did when you started. It's changed. Let your arm hang by your side and get that little grip. Right's doing great right now. So come on up. There. Just play in the left. Not sure what is taking you off course in the left. Just play the up, bending forward, and up to a throw. Stop. Is it exactly like you started? It's not, is it? It's not quite. Yeah, you caught yourself pointing your first finger. It doesn't. It just stays in the hand, and you just go like this. Do it again. Okay, let's see if I can help your left, and then we're going to keep going. But okay. Better starting position. Now, all you're going to do is make this tap, and don't you see? Look how similar my hand looks. Here, look. It's just gone from here. It's gone from here to here. Nothing's changed. Slight angle has changed. That's it. But you have to have the right angle here to begin, and then it just does that. Okay, so you're nice and flat. Everything looks good in the left right now. Maintain that grip and just change the angle slightly. Don't even make a note. Watch. Just do this. Watch. Just do this. Oh, no. What was all that? It's tiny, but it just literally, it rotates from the wrist. There. Come back down. Is it the same? Did you change your grip? You don't need to. Why would you? Stick is laying in the hand. Change the angle. Go on. Change the angle. Don't change your grip. It's tiny. You don't have to change it too much. And come back down. Is the grip the same? Pretty good. Looks better. They look more similar now, both right and left. Now you're going to come up and change the angle. That's all. And now you're going to turn your wrist. Don't be afraid to come on up. No. This time when you went up, your elbow came out. Everything, it was just this little change of angle that you've got. It's tiny to make it smaller. Don't change your grip. Just change the angle. There. Okay. Now give me a big wrist turn. Now remember, now we're reconnecting with the fact that earlier we noticed that when you turned really high, you were clutching the stick. I think you're clutching the stick. Watch. You get this, and then you clutch the stick, and because you're clutched, you can't watch. Stay left. Go ahead and clutch the stick and try to turn high. Feel how tight that is? That's not what I'm feeling. That's why when you get to here, your turn only goes this high because you're clutching it. I want you to let the stick lay in the hand. I want you to just change. Stay with, no, don't go throwing your fingers open or anything, but I just want you, remember how remind yourself how this wrist turn feels? The higher you turn, the more the butt end comes away from the palm. Try that. No, left. Just turn your wrist, hold the stick. Yeah, there. See, there's some movement. You don't have to even think about it. Just don't want to clutch. Okay, now you're just going to change the angle ever so slightly. With the same grip. Come on, change the angle on the left. Tiny. I want you to change the angle, Joe.
You want me to do
that? Don't put your first finger there. See, your elbow didn't do anything weird?
Yeah.
Now you're going to give me a big wrist turn without clutching. Come on. There. Better. See, stick came up higher that time. Got a wider.
I allowed that to happen.
It's not even like you're, be careful with the words, okay, but it's not like you're allowing anything to happen. It's like you're not disallowing something to happen. You're just leaving it alone. And it will teach you. If you're really turning your wrist, it will work. If you're clutching, you're not really turning your wrist. You're doing something else. If you're throwing your fingers open, you're not really just turning your wrist. Now you're turning and there's fingers, and now who knows where the force is really emanating from? That was better. Now can you play the 25th rudiment with the left making the up to the down? But you have to set up. Your elbow already is getting weird. Really take your time now. Let's get it right. Elbow in the left. There you go. It's going to make that little. This time you're going to make a note. Just give me an up to a throw making a note. There. Don't change your hand. Elbow up. Nope. You're pointing your first finger every time you go up. Okay. I know it's a lot because now the other hand has to contribute. I just want you to get the proper grip. Show me the floor. Your elbow looks different again. Just let it run. There you go. There you go. Now all I want you to do is forget the right. You can leave it there. It's fine. But just change the angle and make a note. Too much. That's not bad though. That's all it's going to do. You're going to make a note. It's going to touch. No, you're just going to touch. Just you're getting me all excited. Hold on. Let me calm down. I get excited and then I want to transfer the knowledge, and it would help only behoove you to have me stay calm. Okay. Little change of the angle, and you're going to make a note. Don't put your first finger to make a note. The finger doesn't make the note. The wrist makes the note. There you go. Now give me that turn without a tight grip. There you go. Are you out back where you were? Don't go throwing your fingers open. I don't like your up. I think it's twisty and weird. It just goes straight up. There. And now you turn. That's all it is. Give me the little change of angle. Don't keep lifting. You're done. Now you turn. And make your note. That's all it is. But you can't change. See, your elbow's back out.
Yeah.
Lost it.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
Well, yes, you do. You're pointing your first finger to make your note on the up instead of feeling it from the wrist. That takes your elbow out of position. No, you went up like this. I'm exaggerating, right? What's that? It just goes like this and this. Look, this to this. But your elbow's sticking out, and your grip doesn't. Nope. I'm gonna stay tough on you now because you actually have felt it. If you can just set up see, you're feeling, nope, elbow in the right, sorry, in the left. There, no, It's just nice and easy. Just change the angle and make a note as you change the angle. Don't change your grip. No, it doesn't go through. It's just change the angle. It'll make a note. There. That's all it is. Now here, let me help. Did it feel as though you were pushing off? Almost feels like you're pushing off, doesn't it? Leveraging. No, your elbow's not right. You can't push off if your elbow's sticking out. Hold your grip, don't put your first finger, and just feel as you roll forward, it pushes off. There, that's all it is. Kind of pushing off. There, that's all it feels like. That's all it is. Now you're going the other way. You're done. That's all it is. And you put an appoggiatura of 2 notes in there. But don't lose. Nope. You lost this. You went right back to some. Nope. You pointed your finger and went up too high. Up too high. Smaller. Don't point your finger, come up less. Watch your elbow. There. Okay, that's what you're going to need to work on. There's no point really going on. There you go. There you go. See, you have to take the time. No, don't give me a funny change of angle. The change of angle is just this. Just this. Just that. You're pointing your first finger. Look. I'm not pointing, watch. I'm not pointing my first finger. Go ahead and do it this way. Just for fun. If you don't have your first finger in position, the whole thing is a bust. No, just take your other fingers off for fun. Okay? You realize that you could actually play the Spivak technique if you didn't have these other 3 fingers. The technique, the essential concept would still work with just the first finger and thumb. I mean, doing anything weird with that first finger and thumb means you're ruining the thing. There you go. That's all it is. Okay? Just goes from here to here. Now let the stick lay in your hand and do that. You don't let go up front. You let your elbow go. There we go. Tiny change of angle, and you get a note when you do it. Watch. That's all it is. That's all it is. See, you want to point your first finger so badly. There it is. Tiny. Yeah, maybe. And then it just does that. There. You just got to continue to work on that. But there. Now you're focused, because now you're wondering, am I back in position where I should be? You are. Now leverage up. Tiny. Don't point your first finger. Make a little note and leverage up in the left. Too much. And you're kind of pointing your first finger a little. There, that's all it is. That's all it is. Okay, now turn to the ceiling. There. That's what I want you to work on, okay? Let's keep moving. So you're going to revisit this stroke. The same metronomic marking.
Yeah, of course.
There's no use speeding this. I mean, until you get these little pieces, right? Okay? So you're just going to have to and after a while, if you can just go one way, then you can start going both ways, but your elbow's sticking out. Interesting, your right doesn't do that at all. There you go.
It comes out a little bit in reaction to me.
Look like this. Your elbow doesn't stick out instead of. Better. Okay, now stop. Are you in position? Woo! Okay. What I want you to work on. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, now let's get back to doubles and row strokes real quick here. I want to take a look at those. So metronome, I got you up to 60.
Yeah.
So let's hear it at 60. It's the slowest metronome in the West, or I should say East. Go for it. Okay, no, hold on now. Where's that grip that you're just starting to become familiar with? Or I shouldn't say, where's that starting position? It involves the grip and the arm, especially the left elbow. There. Now you can play doubles. Were we at eighth notes? That's okay if that's what's comfortable for you. Maybe that's good for you right now.
It was.
Okay, that's too fast for you. It's your left that's hanging you up right now. And I've given you enough information today so that you'll be able to fix that. Probably on your own, if you really focus on it. No, it just don't go, it's really about being here. Well, you didn't have a stick in your hand, right? Now I'm correcting what you just did with no stick in your hand. You were here. See how nice, look, your arm's flat, you're nice and flat, right? And then you're gonna do that slight change of angle. Okay, and then you're just gonna turn. Why didn't your arm come back down? Look, it changes angle, and as you turn, the arm falls back. There it is. There. That's all it is. Okay, you just need to keep practicing that because you want to keep your elbow out, and then when you go up, you do some weird twisty thing, pointing your thing, and then you got this. It's cool. I don't know what it is, right? It's kind of other thing, but it's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, so now just play eighth notes. Go ahead and play eighth notes. And see if you can maintain that. That's the gig. I mean, you can keep speeding it up, but it's not going to help you get it. So your elbow's out too much. Your elbow's out too much. There you go. Let's go ahead and stop and see if it feels right. Your left doesn't look right. It doesn't quite look symmetrical to your right, which looks fine. There. Stop sliding your thumb forward to get that plus sign. Just let the stick lay in your hand. Go ahead and take your thumb off for a sec. There you go. Put your thumb back on. Let your arm relax. Don't point your first finger in the left. It's a little more pointed than the right. There. That's what it feels like. Just meditate for a minute. That's what it feels like. It's weird, right? You come and take a lesson and all we do is sit here like this, like statues, right?
No, it's fine.
Okay, but this is the gig. This is what you need to feel when you turn your wrists. You see, it's just this. It's just this. Turn higher, just like for singles. The butt end moves a little further away from the palm. See? It's just singles. It's just singles over and over, right? It's just this. But just two of them. Or we could be in here somewhere. Or we could be here. You see when I come up? Try to come back to the floor. Okay, go for it.
You just want me playing doubles at a
Yeah.
eighth? Or?
As I go faster, I'm maintaining these motions.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, go and play a 7-stroke roll. There it is, pointing of the finger. Nope, there's this thing. Nope. Okay, just as this. Look, there's a change of angle. There's that throw that I'm telling you about. And that can be sped up because I maintain this. Over and over and over, and it always comes right back to the floor. Okay, can you play it? Can you play it slowly in your left correctly? Because you've got the idea, right? Still twisting in your right. Okay, your right's doing better than your left. Let's try it again in the left, nice and slow. Then we'll speed it up. Oh, you're pointing your first finger in the left. Don't do it. There. Let your arm hang. No, no. We're making the downstroke in the left.
Okay, okay.
That's what we're really working on right now. Don't point your first finger. You go up, don't point your first finger, just tiny. There you go. Hold on. Hold the stick. You know what Dick Wilson would do sometimes? He'd be playing, and he'd go, knock the stick out of your hand. Where did the stick go? Whack, go flying across the room. Better. No, give me this creepy up-leaning point. It's just this. Don't go up that much. Don't go up that much. Better. Don't go up that much. Go up even less. No, go up even less. Less of a change of angle. Too much. Can you go up less? There you go. Right, nice and flat. Let's see how little we could go up. Look. Barely moving. I could go up more. Look, I've gone up. It almost looks like I don't even go up at all, doesn't it? Here, now I'll just not even go up. No upstroke. There's no upstroke. What'd you do it? Let's see. It's weird. Now I'm just going to turn. This time I'm going to go up. And it's not an upstroke, it's an up motion. A little up motion. There. See? That's the up. It's tiny, isn't it? You wouldn't even know. I can make it bigger. Okay? But it's just this tiny thing. And it doesn't take your arm out of position. In fact, that's the whole concept. The arm doesn't go out of position. Yeah, you're moving. You know what it feels like? It feels as like, I don't want to get too eccentric, but it feels like there's no arm. It almost feels like a wrist. It's as if you don't know where the force is coming from. But the wrist unto itself, you know, if you pulled your sleeve all the way down to here so that all you saw in a blackened room with a light just on your hand is you just see the hand going. You can't get in the way of this because it ruins it, but it's just this. It's as if the hand is the arm. It's like the hand is everything, and this completely follows it, right? it's like the tail wagging the dog. That can mean other things, but it has this quality where the wrist is like floating in space. Now I'm sounding kind of eccentric, right? But you see, it doesn't go like, see, it's just this wrist that floats in space. It changes angle. If I had the mold of my hand in this position, I would hold it here and go like this, and this, this, and this. It's just this thing, this wrist. And this seems to completely disappear. And then you can do whatever you want. Everything is wrist. Everything is wrist. See how flat that is? That's all I'm doing. I don't know if that'll help at all. Go ahead, just go on up for me from there. Yeah, see, the wrist went up. Now the wrist has to come back down as though there's no arm, and you're going to make a little flick. It's like, oh, you lift it just a little more with your arm at the end. You see, that looks really good, pretty good. There, you see, that's looking back there. See your arm, look how it's hanging by your side. And your hand is nice and flat. You know, you're not in half turned over with a pointed first finger and a thumb that's creeping forward. Yeah, there you go. Now go ahead now, put the metronome on. Well, you were playing eighth. Go ahead and put the metronome on at 40 and play 16th notes. Where will that be? Half turned over. Left. There you go. What's your baby finger doing? Don't do something weird with it. I can't quite see it, but it's okay. Maybe, probably. Okay, it was good though. Keep going. Do that again. There. That's what it should. That's what the left should look like. Over and over. It should never change. Remember, it floats, and it's not even connected with an arm. It's just this position going like this. You have to lose your grip up front. Arms getting tight again. Arms, I can see the wall behind you. Okay. 7-stroke roll and see if you can maintain that left. Keep going. That's good. Watch the left. Feel the left. Listen to the left. 7-stroke roll. Don't point your first finger on the way up, for goodness sakes. Go get right? Now is making the downstroke. Right, the right makes the downstroke. Go the other way. Turn it around. Turn it around. It's a little change of angle in the right. It's a little change of angle. It doesn't do something funny. So this turn doesn't clench. $16 triplets, doubles. See how easy it is? Look. It's nothing. See how this just goes like this? Over and over and over. At your left. Your arm. Don't punch your first finger. Keep going. Floor on your right. Say it on your right. Say it on the floor. The floor. Okay, stop. Show me where the floor. You came back down. Especially the left. Now the left is better at staying on the floor. Fascinating. But relax your left elbow. There's the floor on the right. There's the floor on the right. Good. 16th note, doubles. 16th note, triplet doubles. It's your left elbow. Where's the floor? Where's the right weighting? That's where the right. Look at the right. Look at your right hand. Right hand. I know. Trust me, I know. Your right hand. There. That's look at the tip. Look at the bead. That's where it stops in between doubles. Play 16th note doubles, 16th triplet doubles. Watch the right. There. That's where it stops. Go. See? You stop it down. Come on, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. As stroke roll. Nice and low and flat.
7, okay.
On the right. Just accent in the right. Accent in the right. No, accent in the right.
Okay.
All right, I see what's happening. You're losing it. This is triplets. So watch. This is right at the precipice of too fast for you. And you're playing something that's somewhat modern in conception. Better though. You're actually able to stop your right down. Remember, let's look at the continuity of the lesson. Remember at the beginning of the lesson, you were fine at turning your wrists until you got up here, and then suddenly you weren't stopping down. Now I can't get you to stop down for doubles. See, it stops down. Even if I play louder, it stops down. Okay, now the gig is we're playing triplets. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and right. But what I start to do is hear it in duple. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 7 stroke. 4, 1, 2, and I forget the metronome. I believe in my own time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got pretty good time. See, you have to. So this is a good lesson in terms. Now we're getting into conception. Now you're coupling conception, abandoning the metronome, because if you're going to think of it as triplets, it's going to be hard for you to play roll strokes as you just experienced. So one more time, show me that you can get this conception. Oh, you just froze. Show me you understand the conception. Go ahead and play. Go ahead and play the 16th note triplets.
I was losing the connectivity a bit there, and it's really loud downstairs. It's
okay now. It's calmed down. You're doing great, Joe. Show me that you can get this conception.
Yes.
Metronome on 40. We're playing 16th note triplet doubles. Then you're going to abandon the metronome and think duple. In fact, you can count duple. That's what you should do. Okay, count triplets. How are you going to count it?
1, 2, 1.
Oh, you want to count the triplets first. First, you're going to count the 16th.
Well, the triplets, I was just counting 1 tripletta, 2 tripletta, 3 tripletta, 4 tripletta, 1 tripletta.
No, but everything is still in duple. It must be a Canadian thing. But It's just a few ways to count it, I'm sure, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and then you're going to go 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. So show me, go from one to the other, counting.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and
3.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2,
7 roll.
1.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Good. A lot going on, right? And now we have convoluted the situation by incorporating now what is you having to abandon the metronome and start counting in duple, even though you're really playing 16th note triplet doubles. And you've got to maintain your technique. All of these aspects of the technique, and there's a lot less to it than you think, right? I know what happens is we develop these habits, make more out of what is actually a very, you're just holding the stick and making these motions so that this technique, we're making music through motions. Okay, that's what's happening. Good job.